Hello, this is going to be a review of the Rubik's 3x3 ball. This is not to be confused with the Rubik's Brain Wrecker, which is a sliding puzzle, but it has tiles that slide back and forth. This is a normal twisty puzzle. This is basically a 3x3 Rubik's Cube that all of the pieces are rounded to make into a ball shape, as you can see. Now, I got this particular one at from an online shop in Hong Kong, and I will post a link to that shop in the description box to the right. Okay, so this is the ball. First thing you want to notice is, like I said earlier, you solve it the same way as a 3x3 because it is a 3x3. Just all the pieces are rounded to make this ball shape. The color orientation is the same as a regular 3x3, except the blue mustard blood is backwards. It's counterclockwise. Also, the red is opposite of purple. It's kind of like an Ishin in that sense, but it's not the pinkish color that the Ishin is. It's purple. It's actually purple. All the rest are the same. Blue opposite green, yellow opposite white. A cool thing that comes with the 3x3 Rubik's ball when you order it off of the website that I ordered it from is it comes with this cool little display case type of thing. So I think that's cool. It also helps you helps keep the puzzle from rolling around. You know, maybe if you have it on display, you don't want the puzzles rolling around all over the place. So they give you this nice little display case to keep it in. I think that's cool. The puzzle turns relatively smooth after you lubricate it. I would be careful lubricating it though, because you can easily break the puzzle. Now, the core is not like a 3x3 core. You can't just turn the edge piece, which is this piece, 45 degrees and pop it right out. What it has is the center piece is attached kind of on a peg, and it locks in there onto that peg, and that keeps all the rest of these pieces from coming off. So if you're going to pop that off, there's a possibility that you could break off that peg and your puzzle won't go back together because the center cap won't stay on. But if you do manage to get it open without breaking it, then obviously that'd be a good way to lubricate it. Just spray some silicone in there. You'll also notice that the entire core is round. And it is hollow on the inside. There's not a ball core like a Rubik's Revenge or anything. If you don't want to risk doing that, you can pry the piece open, kind of like lubricating an Ishin 2x2. Just misalign some of the layers and make a little hole in there, stick a straw in there, spray some silicone, some more silicone in there. You can do that for each side, and you really got to work it around. It takes a while for the silicone to break in on this puzzle, but after maybe 5 minutes or so, it'll break in. I also suggest solving it to break in the puzzle, because for whatever reason this particular puzzle doesn't distribute the silicone very well, so solving it will help mix up the silicone better. One last thing to note about the colors is that these aren't stickers. They're not stickers. This is actually painted on. So see, as you can see, the yellow side, the black kind of fades through the paint. That's why it's so dark looking. And you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it is painted on there. Overall, I think it's a really cool puzzle. It's fun to solve, and it's interesting because you solve it the same way as a 3x3, but it doesn't feel like a 3x3. Because, for example, finger tricks are harder to do since you don't have a corner to flick. You kind of have to, I don't know. You can still do finger tricks on it. It's smooth enough to where you can do finger tricks, but again, it's kind of hard to do so. It cuts corners fairly well. For example, here's a misaligned corner, like so. So it has a little bit of resistance. Another thing that's interesting about the ball is that when it's scrambled, it's very hard to tell what the center pieces are. As you can see, this shape is almost the shape of a square. If you ignore those top and bottom, that's almost a square shape, which is very similar to that shape, which is square. So as you can see, those two are very similar to each other, but this is an entire edge piece and that's the center cap. So it's kind of hard to tell when it's scrambled what the position is. Also, the piece can get misaligned very easily. When you have a regular 3x3, it's pretty easy to tell that that's not aligned, and you can't rotate it like that. When you have the ball, you have no idea, especially when it's scrambled. From here you can tell pretty easily, but making sure that you keep the pieces aligned is important when you solve this puzzle, and that's also another thing that makes the puzzle harder. It's because the pieces can get misaligned very easily, and you don't know, a lot of times you don't know if they're misaligned or not. So that is the 3x3 Rubik's ball. If you have any questions, feel free to ask and post a comment below. And thank you for watching.